नमस्कार, आर के त्यागी गाजियाबाद एनसीआर दिल्ली ओम सच्ची जनवानी चैनल पर आपका स्वागत है। चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। आपका 1 सेकंड खर्च होगा। वीडियो को शेयर लाइक कमेंट करें। आइए आपको मैं वो लेटर भी बता देता हूँ जो मैंने स्पेशल अलाउंस पर बैंक को लिखा था, जिसके जवाब में उन्होंने कहा कि मैटर सब जुडिस है, इसलिए आपकी रिक्वेस्ट नहीं मानी जा सकती। जनरल मैनेजर का मेल है मेरे पास और उसके खिलाफ मैं एक और लेटर उन्हें लिख रहा हूँ जो मैंने आपको पिछले वीडियो में बताया था। और लेकिन वो मूल लेटर भी मैं आपको बता दूँ। फ्रॉम राजेश कुमार त्यागी, एम्प्लॉय नंबर, रिटायर्ड सेंट्रल बैंक ऑफ इंडिया गाजियाबाद, और ये मेरा एड्रेस है और ईमेल है। 12/7/2024 का MD/CEO सेंट्रल बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, चंद्रमुखी, नरीमन पॉइंट, मुंबई। डियर सर, सब्जेक्ट सेंट्रल बैंक ऑफ इंडिया एम्प्लॉयज पेंशन अमेंडमेंट रेगुलेशन 24 गजट नोटिफिकेशन डेटेड June 28, 24. I bring to your kind information that the captioned gazette notification caused by the bank for amending certain regulations, including Regulation 2 of Pension Regulation 1994 of bank, turn out to be unfair, unlawful, fraudulent on account of the following. Number 1, subpara 1, it has mentioned wide paragraph 2 of the notification that in the Central Bank of India Employees Pension Regulation 95 hereinafter referred to as the said regulations in the Regulation 2 in clauses in subclause D, the following provisions shall be inserted, namely, provided further that the special allowance included with effect from the first day of November 12 shall be excluded. Provided also that an employee who has in the services of the bank as on the 1st November 1970 and whose stagnation increments have been readjusted as per the revised periodicity from the date of reaching their maximum scale of pay shall be notionally eligible for such revised stagnation increments with effect from 1st November 17 for the purposes of the pension, but the monetary benefit on account of such readjustment shall be payable only with effect from 1st November 20 or the actual date of an entitlement, whichever is later. Number 1 का 2, it has been in the initial portion of the proviso from where it is excluded is not mentioned. Number 3, first का 3, subpara 3, the proviso seeks to exclude the component of special allowance from the pay with effect from 1st November 12 for the purpose of fixation of the pension, clauses 1 and 2. 1, subpara 2 of the notification lays down that the amendment shall come into force on the date of their publication in the Gazette, official Gazette, making it clear that the amendment can be effective from 28 June 24 only. This makes it conclusive that the bank can exclude special allowance from pay for the computation of the pension with effect from 28 June 24. The bank having excluded special allowance for computation of basic pension with effect from 1st November 12, the notification makes it loud and clear that special allowance is to be taken into account for reckoning of the basic pension in the case of employees who retired till 28 June 24. Number 1 का subpara 4, section 19(1), 19(4) of the Banking Companies Acquisition and Transfer of Undertakings Act 5 of 1970 or short, confers powers of boards of banks to make regulations which are not inconsistent with the pension schemes only. As such, the amendment made wide the impugnant notification being inconsistent with the pension schemes is void in terms of section 19(1) and 19(4) of the Act 5 of 70. Number 2, subpara 1, the pension regulation notified by the bank on 29th September 1995 had only 2 clauses under regulation 2 as follows. Pay includes number A, in relation to a workman who had either retired or died on or after 1st day of January 1986 but before the 1st day of November 92, and in relation to an officer who had either retired or died on or after 1st day of January 1986 but before 1st day of July 1993. Number 1, the basic pay includes stagnation increments if any, and number 2, all allowances counted for the purpose of making contribution to the provident fund and for the payment of the dearness allowance. Number B, in relation to the workman who had retired or died while in service or on or after first day of November 92 and in relation to an officer who retired or died while in service on or after first day of the July 93. इसमें number 1 the basic pay includes stagnation increments if any, and number 2 all other components counted for the purpose of making contribution to the provident fund and for the payment of the dearness allowance, and number 3 increment component of fixed person allowance, and number 4 dearness allowance thereon on the above calculated up to index number 1148 points in the All India Average Consumer Price Index for industrial workers in series 1960 is equal to 100. Number 2 का सब पैरा 2 as per clause 2 first B above in relation to the workman who had retired or died while in service or on or after first day of November 92 and in relation to an officer who retired or died while in service on or after first day of July 1993 pay includes first basic pay including the stagnation increment if any, all other components counted for the purpose of making contribution to the provident fund and for the payment of dearness allowance, and number 2 all other components counted for the purpose of making contribution of provident fund and payment of dearness allowance, and number 3 increment component of fixed person allowance, and number 4 dearness allowance thereon on the above calculated up to the index number 1148 points in all India average price index for industrial workers in the series 1960 is equal to 100. Number 3 subpara 1 the attempt of bank wide notification dated 28 June 24 is to exclude the special allowance from pay with retrospective effect from 1st November 12, which being inconsistent with the pension regulation schemes 1995 is prescribed by section 19(1) and 19(4) of Act 5 of 1970, rendering the amendment void in terms of the said sections of the Act. Number 3 subpara 2 the averment of the notification dated 28 June 24 that in exercise of the powers conferred by the clause F of subsection 2 of section 19 of Banking Companies Acquisition and Transfer of Undertaking Act 1975 of 70, the Board of Directors of the Central Bank of India, after consultation with the Reserve Bank of India and with previous sanction of the central government, hereby makes the following regulations further to amend the Central Bank of India Employees Pension Regulation 1995 turns out to be false, unlawful and fraudulent as the amendment are inconsistent with the pension regulations, and the Board of Banks is prohibited from making these amendments. Number 3 subpara 3 the clarification by way of explanatory memorandum in the notification dated 28 June 24 that the regulations which have been given retrospective effect are as per the agreed terms and conditions of the settlements and joint notes signed between the Indian Banks Association on behalf of the member banks on the basis of the specific mandate given by the retrospective banks in this regard, and apex level bank workmen unions and officers associations of the banks there. For interest of no person shall be adversely affected by such retrospective effect is also fraudulent as the interest of the bank pensioners is adversely affected by the exclusion of special from pay with retrospective effect from 1st November 2012. Number 3 for subpara 4 nothing is remaining to be done henceforth on the basis of the amendments notified on 28 June 24, and it becomes crystal clear that the amendments including the one relating to regulation 2 are with the mandate intention to legalize the illegal acts of the bank done earlier. In view of the foregoing, request you to kindly repeal the Central Bank of India Employees Pension Amendment Regulation 24 notified on 28 June 24, or to inform me the reasons as to why it shall not be challenged in a court of law to set aside it. Moreover, special allowance anomaly already challenged in many various high courts. I also filed writ petition in Delhi High Court on this anomaly, and it is a sub judice issue. Despite sub judice issue, Central Bank of India acted as above, which is unlawful to increase special allowance in joint notes, also unlawful and illegal as acted previously, because it being sub judice waiting for to hear from you विद इन 1 मंथ टाइम। रिगार्ड्स राजेश कुमार त्यागी, रिटायर्ड सेंट्रल बैंक ऑफ इंडिया गाजियाबाद। मोबाइल नंबर 8588898205 और मैंने मेल भी अपना इसमें दिया है। और MD/CEO सेंट्रल बैंक को लिखा था, GM/HRD को लिखा था, IBA चेयरमैन को लिखा था और IBA को भेजा था। और रिटायरियल कंप्लेंट सेंट्रल बैंक को लिखा था, UFBU को लिखा था और IBO को के जनरल सेक्रेटरी को लिखा था, IBO को लिखा था लेटर मैंने, और IBA के हेडक्वार्टर को लिखा था, IBA पार्क को लिखा था, आचार्य CBPRO को लिखा था और CHB को भी लिखा था। और सुप्रीत सरकार को लिखा था, जनरल सेक्रेटरी हैं, और SC जैन को भी लिख दिया था मैंने, और सुनील देशपांडे जो प्रेसिडेंट है BAVF के, उन्होंने भी लिखा था 12 जुलाई 2024 को। और इसमें सब्जेक्ट था गजट नोटिफिकेशन डेटेड 28/6/2024 ऑन स्पेशल अनाउंस रिट्रोस्पेक्टिव इफेक्ट ऑन लॉफुल एंड फ्रॉडलेंट रीअपीलिट मैस। ये इन्होंने भेजा है मुझे, तो ये मैंने उनको सब भेजे थे, तो ये आपको डिटेल मैंने बता दी है। और साथियों, इसके ऊपर उन्होंने मुझे जो जवाब दिया था वो मैंने पहले वीडियो में आपको बता दिया था। और गजट नोटिफिकेशन कई बैंकों का आ चुका है, लेकिन हमारे हिसाब से वो बिल्कुल ही गलत है, अनलॉफुल है, तो हमने उसका विरोध किया है और कोर्ट में भी विरोध करेंगे। धन्यवाद साथियों। भारत माता की जय। 8588898205 RK त्यागी। किसी भी सहयोग के लिए कॉल कर सकते हैं और कोई भी रेसिप्रोकल सहयोग आप मुझे दे सकते हैं। थैंक्स।